since we're gonna go on a little mini road trip up to Santa Barbara from San Diego, I figured it would be a perfect time to give you a little tour. So right when we step in, we see the bed. Underneath the bed, we'll go ahead and give you a tour from around the back. That's where like the water tank is and everything. So we sleep on top of everything that's in the garage, storage, all that. Next to the bed is little Sebastian's seat. This is where he rides during all of our road trips, anytime we're in the car. His seatbelt is bolted to the ground of the car. I guess not the ground, but the bottom of the car. So there's actually like a bolt underneath the car, 2 bolts. That is a funny story, and I think if you watch my last video you can hear all about that. But anyways, he sits safe in his seat, and you know, keeping a baby entertained on the road is no easy feat. So we have lots of toys over here. We got a mirror, and like I said, this is an unfinished van tour, and as you can see, this is clearly unfinished. We do not plan on keeping this open. We would love to cover this like with a box, you know, just kind of frame it. And we'll do that once everything that's like essential, like having water, is all finished. Like once the stove and the water is all hooked up, then we will go ahead and cover the electrical boxes. Our sink, which like I said, it is not hooked up right now, but it's installed, which is very exciting. And then right over here we have this beautiful hole for our stove, where our stove is gonna go. It's kind of just like a junk drawer for right now, which it will probably just stay a junk drawer. But behind the drawer you can kind of see some wires for the electricity, an emergency little sloth for Sebastian. So underneath the sink, we have right here, this is gonna be the switch for the hot water heater, which is so nice to be able to have hot water in here eventually. The only bummer about it is it'll take 15 minutes for the hot water to heat up, but better than nothing, am I right? So this is the sink. This is how deep the sink is, which is really nice because I'm sure we're gonna give the baby lots of baths in there. Right there we have some jugs. One is for pee, I'm not gonna lie, that's where I go pee, and then one is for salads and things to eat, which is wonderfully hygienic to keep them right next to each other, am I right? And then we have just like a tote right now, just with random stuff because we're going on a road trip. My laptop is in there. I have some skincare. And eventually our propane for our stove will go down there. And then let's give you guys a little peek into the drawers. We have our dry food storage right there, a nice big drawer. And then down here we have our cooking bin, like where we keep everything, hey guys, where we keep everything that we cook with and, you know, eat off of in there. Since our stove is obviously not there at all, we have like a Coleman camping stove that we keep down there and that we take out when we want to cook with. So let's go ahead and move over to, let's show you guys the fridge. Or maybe I should film peeling that. Oh, I think I will. Anyways, let's open up this bad boy. So this is exciting. This is finally up and running. Since our electrical system is up and running, we have a fridge. And I can't even tell you guys what a luxury it is to have a working fridge and a freezer, which is so legit, especially with like a teething baby. So right behind the fridge we have a seat. This is honestly where I sit a lot of the time. and it's directly across right here, which also is another seat, but I mean 99% of the time we just use it as like where Sebastian's buckled into. But the cool thing about these seats are it will eventually, we're gonna have a table that like is installed right here that we can lower, and this will all turn into a bed. We got 4 of these cushions made, so we have 1, 2 right here, and then we have identical ones for over here that we just store underneath there. So eventually that can like turn into a little bed, either for the baby or for a guest if they feel crazy enough to sleep in a little van with us and a baby. But the cool thing, another cool thing, because there's a lot of cool things about these chairs, but is there is storage underneath the seats. So there's storage under here, which is way more easily accessible. And then there's storage under here, which isn't as easy to access. So we just kind of keep things in there that we're not going to really use very often, like maybe some winter clothes or, you know, just random stuff. Let's see here, so I'll show you guys. So we'll turn that. So look, so no lights, and then lights. So the cool thing about these are you can have light on in one side of the van, but not on the other. These, you might have noticed over here, these are gonna have little LED strips, or these are gonna be hooked up to little LED strips. One will be underneath this cabinet, and then we'll have one underneath the sink and the stove, which will be really nice for those nighttime diaper changes, or just when the baby's asleep but we need some light and we don't want to like have light right in his eyeballs. So we have a diaper bag, which is, you know, just a diaper bag. You guys don't need a tour of that, I'm sure. Have a purse, but let's give you guys a little peek inside these cabinets. So here is just like a random baby stuff cabinet, like diapers, extra toys. I have a hat. We have towels. That one is Johnner's clothes. And so again, like these little things that need to be finished, we will do once water is all hooked up and the stove is installed. Let's see, a little baby clothes. We got some cute little baby stuff from Auntie Jackie that is on top, ready to wear. So here's my clothing bin. You see the silver like insulation in the back. We've thought about like, you know, covering that, but it would just kind of take space away from the cabinets, and as you can tell, we don't have a lot of storage space, so I think we're just gonna keep it as is. This is just like random stuff. And then up here we have some random storage stuff. Like honestly, I did not really make anything very cute for you guys, sorry, but this is just reality. I mean, when would I ever try to make it cute up there? That's just like random space. So anyways, here is our little driving station, which I don't really sit up here very often. I usually sit back there with Sebastian so that I can keep him entertained and keep him company. We got a little plant recently, which I'm so excited about. It's our first plant in the van. Oh, keeping it real. Trash bag right there, that's for trash. Oh, we also have 2 fans, which are legit. I had to like really fight with Johnner about these fans, having 2 of them. He just wanted 1, but I like insisted that we have 2 because having a baby and just, you know, living with a guy that, let's be honest, he farts. We needed 2, okay? And then you guys might have noticed these yucky yellow marks on the ceiling. They're from the knots, like the oil and the knots in the wood that like have, my camera died, but we're back. So like I said, these yellow knots are just, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much they bother me. But the it's okay. We'll go through and we'll use a special paint that will like block the oil from coming through and being seen. Anyways, like I said before, once everything is functional, stove, running water, then we will go through and paint the ceiling. We'll finish covering those little spots with wood. We will no longer be using bag chips to cover the windows with a blanket so that, you know, the sun doesn't come in the morning. Yeah, but anyways, see you guys in the rest of the vlog. Don't mind the mess, but you know what? Like, I gotta keep it real, you know? Like, whose life is like perfect all the time and clean, and especially with a baby? Like, the finished van tour will be beautiful and you won't see a trash bag or a coffee cup or my phone or my pea jar. Well, maybe I should show you guys the pea jar. We hit the road pretty much like right after I filmed that little tour, and we made our way up to Santa Barbara in a few hours to visit my brother. That's where he goes to college, so we decided to make a little trip up there to visit him and see some sights and visit some other friends along the way up and back down the coast. The first place my brother took us the morning after we got there was this really rad rock formation on top of the Santa Ynez mountain range. It's called Lizard's Mouth because, well, you know, it like kind of looks like a lizard's mouth. But the whole time we were there, all I could think about was that Jim Morrison Lizard King interview, you know? If you don't know, you just Google it. Next up was UC Santa Barbara. It was so cool to go visit that campus. It's like freaking gorgeous, man. I had no idea it was like right on the ocean. So we took a little stroll around the campus, and then my brother surprised us with this like really pretty walk out to the beach. We even like made our way up this pretty little knoll and yeah, just walked around, enjoyed the sunset, enjoyed the flowers. It was a pretty good time. Another day in Santa Barbara meant another college campus tour. This time my brother took us to SBCC, which is the community college up there, and I decided that if I could go back in time, I would have gone to one of these colleges because they are beautiful. Grant, if you are listening, you have really good taste in schools. So this was a very special day. This was Sebastian's 8-month birthday. So we decided to go put his little toesies in the Pacific Ocean for the first time, and he was absolutely thrilled. We were so happy to see him smiling and happy and actually like the ocean. you know, you always see those funny videos of babies crying or freaking out at the ocean. So we were stoked. After a fun weekend with my brother, we gave him a hug goodbye and slowly made our way down the coast back to San Diego. Thank you guys so much for following along my unfinished van tour and our little trip up to Santa Barbara. Please hit that like and subscribe button for me if you can, if you did enjoy. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!